So for the first thing we're going to do is flip it over on itself, and we're going to start on one end, and we're going to line up that corner just like we did when we did the 3 stars together. And I'm going to go not through my card stock diamond shape piece, but I'm just catching the fabric that's on the outside of it. And this is the first step. I always go through it twice to make sure it never comes loose. And then we're going to just work our way down just like we did as we started that other block, throwing the 3 pieces together. Now we're just throwing 6 pieces together, and you just keep probably 1/8 of an inch, grab a little bit on each piece, and again, don't go through the cardstock. It will not pop out easily if you do that, and it can also break your stitches if you try to pull that cardboard out if you pick it up by accident. So you can see my stitches are not far apart. I'd say they're about 1/8 of an inch, and it's not a slow process. That's why it's so rewarding to make one of these. If you're waiting for a doctor's appointment or on a flight, other than a flight might be a little bit bumpy, but you can see I'm almost halfway done already, at least 1/4 of the way so far, but it doesn't take long. And it's just a little whip stitch. Try to use a colored thread that, if a tiny bit of it does show up, it'll look like it matches at least something that's in the fabric. And you can see we're approaching the end of the first star point. I'm going to show you what I have discovered works best for making sure that those points, the center of the point, turned out perfectly. So just about 1 or 2 stitches away from joining that center, I take my piece, I open it. I want to see if I have to do any easing in. It looks to me like that's going to line up absolutely perfect right there. So I don't feel like I need to make any adjustment at all. I can just fold it back, go back to where I was stitching. I think 3 stitches should do it. And then we'll be on the other side. So there's 1, 2, the center. I'm going to make sure that I go through those points perfectly right there, because that way when I flip it over, see how I'm doing 2. This is the very tip, and these are what's going to make it, when I open it, I want it to line up perfectly. All right, so we've got half of it done. Just to make sure we're on track, see how it's lined up right there in the center. Now we're going to just flip it back over, continue down this other line, and on this, now I'm on the other side of the junction, so I want to make sure that I pull it through the 2 corners of these 2 pieces. And sometimes your tails want to get caught up in there, just break them free. You want it to be a nice secure stitch. Again, you can see that I'm picking up both pieces of fabric. And as we work our way down, like I said, I use about 1/8 of an inch space in between stitches. I keep making sure that I've got them folded exactly over upon themselves. Those tails do like to get in the way sometimes. We are almost done. Can you believe it? That's why it is so rewarding to make these 6-pointed paper piece stars. Once I finish this tutorial for the 6-pointed star, I will show you the next step. And I have something exciting that I'm thinking of doing. I'm thinking of joining all my 6-pointed stars with black batik, black grunge batiks, or actually black grunge. I'm not sure if it's considered a batik. I don't think it is. It's just called black grunge. And that, I think, is going to make a beautiful, stark background framing for the pieces when I join them all together, so that they'll just all pop out. We are like 3 stitches away from being done. Thank you for staying with me today. I'm Jackie. I live in Colorado, and I've been a quilter since, I don't know, my grandmother used to teach me how to make stitches when I was little. I'd work on a little something that she would have me embroider something for her. We used to make Barbie doll clothes, believe it or not. Can you imagine making something so tiny for a tiny Barbie doll? Now you're seeing I'm going through that final point there. I'm going through it twice. I'm going to show you closer. It is literally at the point. I'm going through the same hole 2 times to make sure that that stitch does not ever come loose. And let's look and see what we've just made. See how that turned out. Oh my gosh, doesn't that look pretty? Can you see? Can you see this point, the center, how it goes in perfectly? And you can't see any of the stitching on any of the pieces. So I hope you can understand why I'm so excited about this technique. It is so rewarding. And the next time, like I said, I'm going to show you how we're going to put in some pieces in the corners. And I'm thinking of using black grunge. Please join me on my next video. I hope you learned this one. This is part 3 of the English paper piecing 6-pointed star. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Bye-bye.